はようございます。Good morning, everybody. こちらが上白大使、翻訳 VTuber ということで、My name is 上白大使. I'm is that even a thing? Translation VTuber. But to live up to my name, we are actually doing translation today. その名前通りに今日は確かに翻訳する予定なんです。Hey Star, good morning. How are you doing? Good evening to you. Don't know why I started with Japanese. This is an English stream. 日本語で始まってるよ。わからん。これは英語の配信ということです。よし、we are back with more translation of Secret Org. 今日もまた、もう日本語、もういいよ。That's enough of Japanese. We are back with more translation of Secret Org. And we are in the middle of translating chapter 3. And the plan is to release chapter 2 this week. But we will see. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Where did we leave off last time? 前回終わったところはどこでしょうか? We'll be watching the love triangle, and that's of course we have to peek. So bad. Thanks. I was catching up on your collab. 7 a.m. was too early for me. Thank you for watching the collab. I can't. There's no one. It feels so weird to stream in Japanese, in pure Japanese, because then there's no one translating me, and I feel so bad. I don't know, man. Hey Louise, you know, if I could be a little bit selfish, わがままを言わせれば I kind of want someone who can speak English that I can stream a lot with on the server. なんかサーバーで英語を話せる、いっぱい一緒にコラボできる人、なんか欲しいな。I know Pikami can speak English really well, but I mean, you know, she's big. She's not, you know, she's important and stuff. And she's got a busy schedule, you know. I don't know. なんかピカミ氏が英語すごい上手なことはわかるんですけど、なんか偉い人なんでしょ？一応言っちゃダメです。偉い人なんでしょ？忙しいだろ。Louise, why you use katakana again? 貴様、Louise. We talked about this on Discord like a few minutes ago. He's like, I like to write in katakana, and I'm like, fuck you, we are enemies now. Why would you like to let's talk about this. Why do you like to write in katakana? I hate reading katakana. Why? Okay, let me see. Second time the Amaterasu clashes with Tsukuyomi. これか. And this is where we are. And would we finish that? I don't know. 今日終わらせるのかな? 終わるかな? わからん. やってみやす. And I will always love you. No idea where that came from. Okay. 大筋としては general idea is the general rundown would be 私はラスです。よろしくお願いします。That's better. That is better. Why 私? Why 私? Isn't it 私? It's 私, right? 私. 私は Atashi is for girls, sort of, generally. 私 If I had to choose between reading kanji and katakana, I would unhesitatingly choose furigana. Why do you mention a third thing? You're like, if I have to choose between A and B, I'd rather choose C. I mean, good for thinking outside the box, I guess. What's wrong with my voice today? Don't need that. We can just do this, and it will automatically do it for us. Wonderful. No, we don't want it to be automatic, actually, because we have to copy paste to the website afterwards. 俺としおりの、娘が未来の悲劇を阻止するためにタイムマシーンっぽいガラクタで過去にやってくる。しおり and my daughter comes to the past using a time machine like piece of junk. Comes. Because singular, right? Shiori and my daughter. So it doesn't have the apostrophe s. You have the apostrophe s only when the thing that is when the noun there's a separate one for both, right? So if it's Shiori's and my daughter, it means there are two daughters that are coming, right? But if it's just the one daughter between both of them, then there's no apostrophe s here. That's my understanding of the grammar rule. So this should be singular, comes to the past using a time machine like piece of junk. It's not an actual thing, right? Okay. I shall listen while I try and set up my graphic tablet. Good luck with that. Congratulations on getting the new tablet, actually. 娘はアマテラスのメンバーと協力して悲劇の原因を排除する。Our daughter identifies I forgot to say why she said 悲劇を阻止する to curtail tragedy 未来の悲劇 what should we do with 悲劇 a calamity a future calamity to curtail a future calamity of the calamity with Amaterasu members and works to eliminate it. やることが終わった娘が未来に帰ろうとするがタイムマシンっぽいガラクタがつくよみに奪われる。Our daughter once done, our daughter tries to return to the future, but the time machine, like piece of junk, gets stolen by Tsukuyomi. Why would you steal it? I mean, there are many reasons why you would steal a time machine, I suppose. Time machine っぽいガラクタがをめぐってアマテラスとつくよみが争う。Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi fight over the... I'm not gonna type this anymore, man. Nanda kanda de musume wa mirai ni kairu. Our daughter somehow returns to the future. Manages to return to the future in the end. As always with this series, when Hold on. My throat might be coming down or something. Anyways, so as always with this series, when Sago writes down the sort of rundown, you know it's not gonna go like this, right? You know it's not gonna. Hold on, let me get some water. So you know it's not gonna go like this. There's gonna be something that's gonna go wrong, and that's the fun of the series. よし、こういう流れになる。細かい部分はしおりに任せる。とりあえず、しおりの娘役はしおりがやることだけ決まった。I was leaving the finer details to Shiori. All we had decided for now was that Shiori would be the one playing the role of our daughter. 化粧して声を変えればまずバレないだろう。しおりはそういうのが大得意なのだ。化粧して、when she could. No one would be able to tell when she put on makeup and changed her voice. 化粧して、声を変えれば、その化粧する、put on makeup、声を変える change her voice、すれば変えればまずバレない。There's no way she would get found out. She was an absolute pro at both of those things. 大得意 means she's really good at something, right? She was really good at both of those. And but you know, if she's really good at them, might as well call her an absolute pro. That works. Thinking about it, if you had a time machine, what would be the first thing that you would do? Think about it. The first thing that you would do if you had a time machine. I would probably. Well, actually, I mean that's a very open question, isn't it? Because it would depend on a lot of things. There are a lot of details that would change the answer, right? Sort of like, are you going back as yourself, or are you only going back as in your mind? I guess. If you're going back as yourself. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll win the lottery or something. I'll just win the lottery. Go to the future, find out the winning numbers, and come back and win the lottery, I guess. That's about all I can think of. Stop it. Why you keep doing this? Go away, Bit Defender. Because honestly, there's not much you can do, is there, to sort of benefit yourself? I guess you can say I'm selfish for only thinking of ways to benefit myself. But honestly, okay, look. First of all, I wouldn't want to change the past, right? Because it would cause so many different things to happen in the future, and I don't know. It's like, why would I want to do that? Like, I'm pretty happy with where I am right now, so I'm not sure I would change the past. So if it's the question of what I would want from the future, there's no point bringing back tech from the future because you wouldn't be able to charge it, right? So there's that. So then it's sort of like, it would be like sort of knowledge from the future. Then what knowledge from the future would benefit you? I mean, it never helps to sort of figure out when you're gonna die, because that's sad. So, lottery, I guess. Invest in the top tech companies and rules internet from the shadows. That's true too. That's true also. Find out what companies to invest in. I would meet my past self and warn him, you have to moisturize. Would your past self listen to you though? Do you think you would listen to yourself? Do you think you would believe that you are yourself and that you would listen to yourself? Investing in top tech is basically the same thing as mine. Just get money. It's terrible. Terrible. Gambling and invest. Are you saying you're gonna do both of those, or are you saying how like Star and I are basically talking about gambling and investing? 娘がいろいろ母と似ているのは親子だからだし、顔がそっくりなのは娘も整形しているとか、そんなことじゃないですかね。うん。It only made sense for our daughter, for a daughter to look similar to her mother, be similar to her mother. And her face being similar. Mannerisms and so do both. Honestly, probably, yeah. Invest in Bitcoin. It's terrible. You know, I honestly still have no idea what Bitcoin and NFT and all that shit is, because I can't be bothered to look it up. Because all I know is they're ridiculous. They're bad for the environment and all that. That's all I know. So can't be bothered. It was so weird because, you know, like I had like a family dinner recently, and then my cousin was sitting next to me, and then she was like, do you know about NFTs? And I was like, yeah, I mean, sort of. I mean, non-fungible tokens, right? Like art, right? Stupid though. And then she's like, why? There's money in it. And I'm like, it's stupid. Like, it's art. Even like, sure, you own it, but people can copy it anyways. But she's, and I'm like, I mean, I guess it makes sense in sort of like you can buy it and then you can sell it for a higher price and then you earn money in that, and so I guess that works. But I mean, there's no, the whole idea itself it seems stupid. It's like made up value. But she's like, but what about normal art? Isn't normal art also the value is decided by the market? And I'm like, that is very fair, and that is why I don't care for art. Think about yourself right now. Would you believe in a 60-year-old guy somewhat similar to you saying he comes from 2052 and telling you to invest all your money in a company you've never heard about? Okay, hold on. Hold on. A 60-year-old guy. That means it's 30 years in the future, man. You'd be talking about a company that exists now that is very incredibly successful 30 years from now. Fair enough. Honestly, if he can convince me that he is me, you know, like sharing secrets and all that, then I would believe him. I would. I would. What's VOI, FYI? For your information, VOI. Or is that a spam comment? It looks like a spam comment. Ish for a daughter and her face looking similar to Shorty's could be explained with plastic surgery. しおりがしおりの娘を演じる以上、親子が同時に姿を表すことができないだけがネックになるが、短期、中期イベントにして違和感を抱かれる前にイベントを終わらせれば大丈夫だろう。Of course, since Shorty would be playing the role of our daughter, the two could not be in the same place at the same time. However, if we kept the event short or medium short enough, we could end it before anyone thought it suspicious. Yeah. All right. This is touching on a lot of tropes, isn't it? The thing like the two cannot be seen in the same place at the same time. Have you ever seen Taishi and Yoshiaki in the same stream at the same time? No, you haven't. It's random shit like that. I also thought it was a nice touch talking about plastic surgery because Shorty's face doesn't naturally look like what it currently does. She took plastic surgery, right? So I thought it was a nice touch that that there's mention that her daughter would also have to take plastic surgery to look like Shorty. さて、役割分担を終えたら早速行動開始だ。Without further ado, we got to work. Shorty は未来人イベントの準備。Shorty occupied herself with preparing for the event. As お、何これ？置き回す？どういうこと？ Oh, he kept them busy, is it? Oh no, he followed them. Stop, Bitdefender. What's wrong? As I kept an eye on Shota-kun, Toka-chan, and Rudenka. That and move into the Sago residence, formerly Kaburagi residence. Now he gets to live in a big house. Ooh! I honestly don't care for big houses. If I could have a lot of money, I would never buy a mansion. That would be so stupid. I'll probably just buy like an apartment. How big would I want it? Honestly, I don't need it to be that big. Honestly. Who was it? Who I think oh yeah. I translated meal talking on as a meal. I think last week about how like she wanted to hire sort of like a maid and then like and also like a butler and then also a chauffeur, and then like in order to have all those people be living, it would have to be a big house and all that. And she was like, oh, when am I gonna learn enough? When am I gonna earn enough to do that? Probably never, you know. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure I would need the latter too, but a maid would be helpful to just do all the cleaning and all that stuff because I suck at housework. But yeah, and actually, I don't know how it is in Japan, but in Hong Kong, it's very feasible. Yes, a maid. Well, we call them helpers here, and you don't put them in fully made uniforms. But yes, it's very, very, very feasible in Hong Kong. I don't know if I've talked about this before. In Hong Kong, we have a lot of how to talk about this diplomatically. So there are a lot of women from sort of Indonesia, Philippines, mainly those two countries, who come to Hong Kong to serve as live-in helpers, or basically maids. Not the cute kind, but just like they live in your house, and then sort of they would cook for you, so they would do their shopping, and also they would like do all the cleaning. So basically they do all the housework, and the general salary for them is around Hong Kong dollars, $5,000. That's all, literally. HKD 5.2 USD. There. That is the general rate, general monthly salary for such helpers, to my understanding. And of course, this doesn't include their food, so there would be food expenses and there would be live-in. But this is basically all it costs to have a live-in maid. So it's very, very feasible. Very, very feasible in Hong Kong. It's sort of like a cultural thing. And also, that you can have them do a lot of other things, right? Like, for example, take care of your children. You're at work. Your children need to go to kindergarten or go to primary school, whatever. Probably not primary school, but kindergarten. So they would also take your children to the kindergarten and also pick them back up after school is done. Or they would also take care of your elderly grandparents, sort of. I mean, maybe not the same maid for everything. They're different people or different specialized for different things, but that's sort of the range of things that you could get them to do. Yeah. If you do that, you'll feel great. I don't know. Oh, if I get up, work out, and clean the house. Shut up. Shut up. But like that's very much a thing. I suppose it's a lot rarer in Japan because, I mean, you have much fewer sort of foreign people just coming in, just doing work. But it is a thing in Hong Kong. Yosh. 婚姻届を出した時に住所も変更していて、俺はしおりの屋敷に住むことになった。仕事場に、通勤する時間が地味にもったいない。大した距離でもないのに屋敷と天の岩とのウォープゲートをつなぐのはものすごさ、のは、物臭すぎるだろうか。のは物臭とはどういうこと物臭、なるほどね。 when I submitted the marriage registration form, I had also registered my new address. And also submitted a registration to change my address to Shirley's place. Interesting. Is it? I mean, I suppose it is, honestly. Honestly, it is a topic that someone can talk a lot about. Sort of the maid culture in Hong Kong. Like, it's not it's not the cutesy it's not that kind of culture. It's like real people. There's a whole lot. There's more than, I don't know how many. I think there are more than 100,000 of them in Hong Kong. There's a lot of them, and so there's an actual sort of subculture. I wouldn't call it subculture. It's sort of like so there are a lot of them. There are like agencies to sort of get you, like, for example, like, if I want a maid, then I would go to an agency, and the agency would sort of introduce me to all these apps, to all these people that they have on their roster. And so there are agencies for this sort of thing. Of course, because these are actual real people, there could be like law cases, because you know, obviously with live-in maids, unfortunately, sadly, you do get cases of sort of assaults, blackmail. So there are bad employers who would assault the maids or mistreat them, and also, of course, there are bad sort of maids who would, for example, steal money from the employer or mistreat the employer's children or elderly grandparents. It's, you know, these are real people, and not all real people are nice, so there are problems with that too. And also so Sundays generally their day off for all the maids. Generally a lot of them are, some of them are Muslim too, so they would go to like mosques and stuff. Otherwise they would sort of meet up with their friends, and because there's so many of them, right? How many of them are there anyways? How domestic helpers is the proper term for them. Look at this, 400,000 as of 2019. So imagine 400,000 people just going on, just sort of resting on Sunday. So obviously they would hang out in sort of places like under bridges, in front, like open areas in front of this is a metro station, underground metro station. They would just hang out in like random areas, like lots of different areas, and it would just be like this on Sunday. So there's a whole thing about it. So foreign domestic workers is the proper name for them. And so they're fighting for their rights, they're fighting for higher wages, they're fighting for better working conditions. It's a whole thing. So there's a lot to talk about them. Yeah. Hey Focus, how are you doing? This is great knowledge for a shut-in. Honestly, Louise, or Las, if you have enough money, if you have, what was it that I showed? If you have this amount of spare money, I mean, it's probably different for different countries, but basically this is how much it costs to hire one in Hong Kong. If you have the money, it's totally feasible. It's not even just feasible, it's literally a consideration. Very much so. These are real people, and not all real people are nice. I can explain 99% of humanity's problems. That is true. That is very true. Yes. 初見です。初見いらっしゃい。いらっしゃい。Because apparently living sort of like, sort of like the reason why a lot of these Indonesian and sort of Filipino ladies come to work in Hong Kong is because the exchange rate is the rate of living is very, very different apparently. Right? Average, let's see, average salary in Philippines is this, right? Let me see. PHP to HKD. Nandia. Philippines money to HKD. I don't know. Oh, actually, this is still pretty high. Oh, okay. No, let's look for average salary in Hong Kong. Now I don't want the median. Hold on. Hold on. Chotomate. Chotomate. Why is it higher? Chotomate. That's not what I wanted to talk about. Chotomate. Minimum is this. Average is this. Nande? Chotomate. In the Philippines, it's this high. Holy crap! Are you kidding me? They're earning more in the Philippines than in Hong Kong then. Hold on. Hold on. Are you kidding me? Chotomate. Mate. Oh, per year. Oh, per year. Per month. This per month. This per year. Oh, fuck. Oh, this. Oh, it's per year. Oh. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look at this. Divided by 12 then. Oh. Oh, boy. Yeah, okay. This is more in line with what I expected, but the difference is still very shocking. Oh, boy. Look at this. Meido-san, kawaii ne. Anime ones. Anime ones. Aqua ones. Yes. But yeah. Look at this. Look at how different this is. Per month. This is apparently per year. So this is per month. Look at the difference. Now you understand why they would come to work in Hong Kong, right? Average salary in Indonesia. Median salary for a year? Is that for a year? About this? Per month, right? Per month, okay? So this IDR to HKD. Which is still better than the Philippines. Better than Philippines, but still a far cry. A third. So this is why a lot of those ladies come to work in Hong Kong, and then they would send the money home, basically, to their families and stuff like that. I like how Taishi keeps on mistaking me for an Indonesian. No, I'm not talking about the Indonesian. I'm not choosing Indonesian money because I think you're Indonesian. I know you're Malaysian. I'm just saying that a lot of the maids in Hong Kong, they either come from the Philippines or from Indonesia. I'm sure there are some that come from Malaysia also, but generally the general sort of image is that they are either Indonesian or Filipino, basically. And yeah, so this is why there are so many maids in Hong Kong. "仕事場に通勤する時間が地味にもったいない." That said, sort of felt like the commute time was a waste. However, now I had commute time, and I just couldn't help but feel it was a waste. Would it be too lazy of me to install a warp gate connecting the mountain and Ama no Iwato? 仕事場に通勤する時間が地味にもったいない. Okay, so this is a sentence that I sort of broke up, sort of changed up, right? So now I had commute time, and so first of all, now I had commute time. It's sort of like it's a bit of a reword, sort of to help it flow better in English, right? You have to understand why he's suddenly talking about this. So, 仕事場に通勤する. So, his emotions, implication behind saying this is like, this is a new thing, right? And so because it's a new thing, so it's now I had commute time, right? And also, it's sort of like a negative change in tone. Like this was a positive sort of change in tone, a positive tone, and this sort of became negative. もったいない. And so, then we put the however, right? So, however, now I had commute time, and I just couldn't help but feel it was a waste. 地味にもったいない. So it's not 地味にもったいない. It's sort of like it's like it's sort of a waste. It's not like yeah, that's a damn waste. So it's a change, is a difference in sort of the strength of the sentence. Would it be too lazy-ish? Yeah, for Southeast Asia, maids are always either Pino or Indo, pretty much. Yeah, because it's cheap labor and you can hold on to their passport so they can't run. That's dark, man. Oh, that's dark. That's dark. It must also be hard to report any abuse. Exactly. Because a lot of the maids would be afraid to report abuse, because if they're reported and they're dismissed, then they lose their visa, right? They can't stay in the country anymore. They can't stay in Hong Kong anymore, for example. And so a lot of them, so that is a real issue, not being able to report abuse. I mean, there are sort of organizations to sort of provide support for that sort of thing, to support ladies who come forward with reports of abuse. But I mean, you know, that kind of organization is always sort of understaffed, underfunded. They don't have enough lawyers, they don't have enough stuff. But yeah, it is a problem. Why is it Tonjok chat? Tonjok means punch, right? Now I know that. Tonjok means punch. Why am I punching chat? Chat is fine. にしおりがノータッチで屋敷にもうほとんど帰らず忙しそうにしていることだ。新婚だというのに夜しか顔を合わせない日ばかり。延滞期かな。やべえなこれ。how do I anyway how do I read this? What's the reading? What's the pronunciation? Why did I not give the pronunciation? I wish they would, you know. I wish they would. 倦怠期ですね。倦怠期。Stage of ennui. Sadly, due to because Shiori was almost entirely hands off for my moving and filming, and she was so busy, rarely came home. We really only ever saw each other at night. Despite being newlyweds. Are we in a rut? Let's do that. I mean, it's not like I can't do this in English, at the ellipsis and then the question mark, but it's not as common. So it would be preferable to put the ellipses elsewhere in the sentence. It was funny how Pikami was so quiet the whole collab last night. I'm guessing her social anxiety was skyrocketing. I feel so bad about that afterwards, you know? Afterwards, like I saw like screenshots of her chat. Apparently, she wrote and she pinned her chat. In her chat, she said, something like crippling social anxiety kicks in or something. And I saw that and I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I should have like, I don't know how to say it in English. 話が振るべきでした。I should have sort of like mentioned her more by name, sort of like, hey, what do you think or something like that. I don't know, man. I don't know how to do collabs either. Yesterday was my first ever collab with so many people, man. Literally, that was my literal first collab. And I don't know. I'm new at this too. But I do feel bad that she felt socially anxious and all that. Like, I don't know. Included, engaged. Yeah, I should have included her more. I don't know. I feel like near the end, I also sort of I sort of like ran out of energy a little bit more. Though it's sort of but then like I still sort of had like stuff to say, sort of because I was the one who was sort of deciding what everybody was doing, so I had at least that going on to make me continue saying stuff. But I don't know. I wanna do a collab with her again, just like one-on-one, or at least like in the 3-person group, so that then to sort of make her feel more welcome. And I don't know. I don't know so much stuff. You bit off a lot to chew for one of your first collabs. I know, right? Honestly, like before the stream, I sort of considered the fact that we had actually too many people. Honestly, it was a bit too many people, isn't it? Just for like putting down rails and pushing the villagers and shit. We kind of had too many people. And so before the stream, I was kind of thinking like, what role are we gonna assign everybody? But I mean, in the end, it was sort of just everybody just sort of did the thing. But yeah, that's partly on us, sort of, I guess, for having too many people. You can ask her to do a zatsudan with you in Minecraft or a different game. Yeah, maybe. I'll reach out. So honestly, to be honest, I'm not that good at reaching out either. I mean, sort of, I chicken out with reaching out also. Honestly, it's like the thing with Minecraft is like that's like a thing in common, right? So we're like oh yeah, we're all playing this game together, we're all friends, so like we're all friends as in with the capital F, right? Case and friends. So it's sort of like that's a thing in common. So like, hey, you want to do some Minecraft? And then it's like, yeah, sure, maybe. But I mean, it's hard to sort of take the other step, I guess, and go like, hey, you want to do something else other than Minecraft? I mean, maybe eventually I'll get there, but we'll see, I guess. That's why you need a manager, Taishi. They do the reaching out for you. No, I don't know, man. I feel like this sort of stuff needs to be personal, right? Like hi, I want to collab with you. Do you want to collab with me, right? I feel like if I make a third person to do it for me, it sort of seems impersonal. Like, hey, I represent Taishi. Do you want to collab with him? That's like, that's not quite it, right? That's not quite it, I feel like. At low, is that you offering to be his manager? If I had enough money, if I was making enough money, I would probably hire him. Problem is I don't. So, oh well. Yeah, 普通に準備根回しで忙しくてイチャつく余裕がないのはわかるが、新刊してすぐイベントの準備に入るの急ぎすぎだったかもしれない。もっとゆっくりしてよかった。これから死ぬまでずっと一緒だから、イチャつく時間はこの先いくらでもあるといえばあるものの。How am I going to translate that? How am I going to translate that last part? Oh my god. Alright, let's get to it. いや、普通、準備、根回しで忙しい。It's understandable, I suppose. That we're busy with preparations and whatnot. It's okay, Tashi. You get the V-Tinder you need enough. Shut up. Shut up. Fuck off. I gotta go. Got errands. Alright. Thanks for dropping by, Lo. Good luck with your errands. Too busy to flirt. What with preparations and whatnot. Perhaps it was. We had rushed into arranging a new event a bit too soon after the marriage. Pretty much the only game I play now is Minecraft. It's so bad. It's fine though. But I did have a bit too many collabs in Minecraft recently, I feel. So Friday is just gonna be me. And it's just gonna be me sort of pottering around, building sort of like smaller things or more complicated things that would be hard to do as a group. It's hard to like build complicated Minecraft things as a group, I feel like. Because you know, it's like with redstone, it's like sort of like who put what where, like did you do this part yet, and like, or maybe did that person do that part yet. It's harder to make more complicated things, I feel like. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing most of the building sort of by myself. Currently on my list of to do is a automatic chicken cooker. Gonna need that. A cow cooker. I would want that for all the leather and all the steak. And then of course a villager breeder thingy. gotta put those villagers where they belong. And then eventually an iron farm. Yeah, iron farm will probably not be Friday. It'll probably be another stream, another time. But there's so many things to build, so many things to do. Woo. I'm you from the future. You need to invest all your time and money on VTinder. Why? So I can get rich? No, so you can get laid. I mean, I don't know how to respond to that.よし、もっとゆっくりしてよかった。We probably should have. だからなんで出てくんだよ、Bitdefender. Should have taken things a bit slower. これから死ぬほど。So, I suppose there is merit too in the saying. Is it a saying? It's not quite a saying. So I suppose it was also true that we were going to be together for the rest of our lives, and so we had all the time in the world. I felt sort of torn between the two. Sort of torn between the two approaches, the two points of view. I guess the one it's a whole sentence, I suppose. It's a whole sentence. あるものの That's sort of how he's ending this, right? So I felt torn between the two. Between two what? Two points of view. So I guess that's how that is. Future stream idea. How's it a stream idea? It's not like I'm a programmer. What does it mean to help Taishin with his VTinder? It doesn't make sense. What? I'm not a programmer. It's not like I'm making it, right? If you want a programmer, I recommend you go watch Skeleton Tom. He is a programmer VTuber who is one of the Shinetai, one of the Keisan Shinetai. And he's really chill. He's Italian. He made pizza the other day on stream. And he did the hand gesture thing. The Italian hand gesture thing. I don't know how good that is in selling what he does, in selling him, but he is an Italian who makes pizza, and he codes on stream, and he plays games. 俺たちは逆にルーデンカーは、ルーデンカーと、はショータとバッタバタでトカちゃんを色立たせていた。Like us, ルーデンカー kept on bumping into Shota. Which was making Toka-chan very annoyed. Which was really getting onto Toka-chan's nerves. これ楽しくなるぜこれ。冬休み中で翔太くんが暇してるのをいいことに、ルーデンが朝から晩まで翔太くんとベタベタしていた。一緒にゲームをしたり、世界の闇が出現したらついていったり、ルーデンが後ろで応援してるだけだった。卵焼きを作ってご馳走したり、同じ部屋で寝ようとしたり、熱烈アタックの他にもことあるごとに I love you を連行していたが、最初の数日、翔太くんがネイティブ発音の I love you が聞き取れていなかった。これは難聴系主人公ですね。間違いない。やべ。これはやばい。これはやばい。I feel bad for Rudenka if she gets rejected again. I mean, can you not imagine how this is gonna go, though? Can you not? Taking advantage. The fact that Shota-kun was now in winter break and had lots of free time. Rudenka was all over him from morning to night. What's on this? On winter break? Is it on winter break? On winter break. Probably on. Alright. She gamed with him. She played games? Games. She gamed with him. Followed him when he headed out to fight World Shadows. She only cheered him on from the sidelines. Made tamagoyaki, fried eggs. Do people actually translate tamagoyaki? Rolled omelette. Okay. Fried eggs. Rolled eggs. Tamagoyaki. Made rolled eggs for him. And even tried to sleep in his room. Yeah, tried to sleep in his room. Keyword tried. But this is yabe. This is enough to be yabe. I don't think she understands what she's doing though. She doesn't. 熱烈アタックの他にも、in addition to the passionate advances, she also repeated, told him, I love you. But for the first few days, Shota-kun actually did not understand what she was. He did not understand the line due to her native pronunciation. How do you... That's so bad. これは難聴軽視人群ですね。間違いない。So this, he's type of protagonist with conveniently bad timing. I see. Bad hearing, my bad. Hearing, not timing. Shota-kunの反応はといえばまんざらでもなさそうだった。殿下と話すときは胸ばかり見ていて、それは殿下は気にしていない。そしてShota-kunを見て、トウカちゃんはイライラする。Shota-kunとトウカちゃんはしばらく前から付き合っているのだ。彼氏が他の女にデレデレしていたら、それはイラつく。For his parts.Shota-kun did not look entirely displeased with the attention. Whenever Denka was talking with him, he just stared at her chest, and she did not mind. So terrible. 最低。こいつ最低。He's the worst. まんざらでもなさそう。So, this is a phrase that sort of. Here we go. まんざらでもなさそう。なんだよ。ねえんだよ。It's probably because of some. It's in a different form. But anyways, so basically, yeah, he was not, he's not sort of like, no, don't do that. He's sort of happy with it, sort of happy, right? And Denka to hanasu toki, so when Denka was talking with him, mune bakari mite ite, he's only just staring at her chest, and それを Denka は気にしていない, and Denka did not mind, basically. そしてそんな翔太君を見てトウカちゃんはイライラする。And the sight of 翔太君 being this way naturally caused トウカちゃん to get really irritated トウカちゃん。翔太君とトウカちゃんはしばらく前から付き合っているのだ。翔太君 and トウカちゃん had been going out ever since a while ago. 彼氏他の女にデレデレしていたらそれはイラつく。Only made sense for her to get angry seeing her boyfriend did it. How do you translate did it? Slovenly. That's such a proper word. Do not look so slovenly. You must straighten your tie. だからなんだよこれ。めんどくせえな。なんでいつも出るんだ デレデレしてる How to translate? Ooh, this might be a good chance to use the immersion kit. Smitten. Okay, that works, I suppose. Smitten. With another girl. Hmm. トウカちゃんあれこれ理由をつけて殿下を翔太君から引き剥がそうとするが、殿下は遠回しに言われてもわからない。特に外国語である日本語や発音の怪しい英語で言われるとますますわからない。殿下は素直だから私の彼氏に近づかないでくださいと言えば多分分かってくれる。しかし、トウカちゃんはしおりとは違う。それは真正面から言えるほどの度胸はない。はぁ。Looked for various reasons to get Denka away from Shota-kun. However, Denka did not understand, not sarcasm, tomashi. Was not capable of reading between the lines. This add in the language barrier with and messages further fell between the cracks. Japanese was I've learned iraira suru is iraira suru. I mean that's the kanji for it. That's the kanji. And Japanese was a foreign language to Denka, and Toka-chan's English had an accent, making it even harder to get messages across. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of last night when Socho talked about her dad saying like saying how like sarcasm doesn't work on him. I think that's incredible in a way. That's very incredible in a way. It just does not work. Just complete protection, full protection from sarcasm. I can sort of imagine the kind of person that she's describing, so like I can imagine it. Sort of as a character in a story, I suppose, but I actually thought it was pretty funny when she described him that way. But sarcasm, huh? Unfortunately, I'm a normal person. Unfortunately, it would work on me. Sarcasm would work on me. I'm not saying to do it. Don't do it to me. But it would work. Fell on deaf ears. Fell on deaf ears is sort of different. Sort of different. Because sort of fall on deaf ears sort of implies that people can understand what you're saying, but they're ignoring it completely. Right? Here it's sort of just hard to get the communication going because language, and also just because Denka is just too stupid to understand. 素直 Denka was a very accommodating person. So if Toka-chan told her straight, don't come near my boyfriend, she would probably get it. However, Toka-chan was not sure. She did not have the courage to say such things to someone's face. 隠してじれったい三角関係が形成され、冬休みの間、中3にの間、中Oh, this is a word. I've never heard of this. 間中 I love you. I need you. That's not it. You start with I want you, right? I want you. I need you. I love you. 心の中じゃんじゃん大きくなってゆく Heavy rotation 間中ですね。よし。冬休みの間中3人はキャッキャウフフはんやはらみだはんやはらみたしていた。どういう意味？はんやはらみたってどういう意味？何？最高の知恵を完成させること。どういうこと？自らの行動を慎み、自己の心をコントロールすることを、高によって正しい意見、知恵が生じ、安らぎ、わからん I have no idea what this word is. This is very Buddhist. It's all about Buddhism and shit. 般若心経とは What is the Heart Sutra? Why? Oh dear, we're in the weird part of. I shouldn't call it weird. we're in Buddhist Google. Okay. This is how the triangle relationship. 三角関係. What did we translate it as before? Love triangle. There we go. Love triangle came to be. The idea of V-Tinder makes me die inside. It's a stupid idea, that's why. It's a stupid idea. Like, honestly, like, okay, because, like, the thing with... Why is it keep doing this? I don't want to click on more details in case it shows something that I shouldn't show on stream, but it's really annoying me. So the thing with Tinder or sort of getting together with people is you would want to know who they really are, right? Sort of like, like their real face, their real, because you're meeting a real person, right? Like who they actually are, like their real history, their real identity. You need to know that to sort of meet someone. But the whole thing about being a VTuber is sort of anonymity. Like we're sort of behind an avatar, and like you don't know who I really am because my birthday is not actually my birthday, and my name is not actually my name, right? And my model is not actually how I look like, right? It's all that, right? So it doesn't go together. It just doesn't. The only way it would work is if this so-called VTinder shows sort of your model and also requires you to upload real pictures of yourself, right? And talk about yourself like for real. But that would be like a huge security thing, wouldn't it? like this app, this company would know the real identities of so many VTubers and have the actual photos. That would be a nightmare. It would be ridiculous. So honestly, it wouldn't work. It's a stupid idea. I mean, it's fun as a joke. It's funny as a joke. That's how the love triangle came to be. 冬休みの間中 The three of them went back and forth. How do I say this? How should I do this? So basically, over winter break, the three of them sort of just had their, had the rom-com shit, like all the happenings and stuff. You know what? I might as well just say that. The three of them basically lived out a full-on rom-com over the winter break. Let's say that. Let's just say that, right? And then people would get the idea, right? I suppose. 電化も一応は乾電池並みの、貧弱出力とはいえ超能力者で各目上は各目上各目上目上各目上はアマテラスマレの支部の支部長だから他のメンバーとの顔合わせもした。Although Denka's power was only enough to generate match a dry battery in output. On paper, she was the branch head of the Maryland branch of. She was the head of the Maryland branch of Amaterasu. To that, she also met up with the other Amaterasu members. A genuine newbie question. If a person's age is so important in Japanese with keigo and stuff, how did they talk with each other in anonymity? Are they just formal? Are they just informal all the time? Or are they just formal all the time? Basically, the thing with that's a good question. That's a good question. Actually, is age important? Is age important? I feel like age is important, but it's only like the last consideration. Like the question is whether. So the question in someone's mind when interacting with someone else is to think, should I use formal or informal, right? The first question sort of is depending on your relationship, like depending on your connection with that person, is that person your senpai or not, right? For example, for example, let's say like the newest members of Hololive, they've joined in. So when they interact with their senpai, then they have to use keigo because the other members are their senpai. So then there's no need to consider age or anything, right? It's just because they're senpai, you have to talk with them with keigo, basically. Another sort of situation would be sort of me interacting with the friends. In that case, it's just sort of like we just keigo by default. But if both sides are okay with it, then we drop down to normal, not keigo. But generally, sort of, if you meet someone new, you don't know their age, you just to be courteous, just to have manners, have etiquette, is you use keigo just by default, basically. Now the age thing comes into play sort of when you're close enough to someone. For example, if you're classmates, or if it's like a childhood friend, I guess, where like you're close enough where like the difference is like so like everything about your station is so similar to the other person that age is the last deciding factor where to decide who uses keigo and who doesn't, basically. But honestly, at that point, like if you're that close, most people would just go non-keigo because, you know, like we're classmates. Hey, we're classmates. Let's not use keigo with each other, you know. That's sort of how it is. So age is actually not that much of a consideration. So we don't really ask age, come to think of it. Yeah, we don't. Yeah. That's about how it is, I believe. I think so. Good question, though. Iつも国語を話せるとかほざいてどうやっているしげじや目を光らせる殿下に話しかけられまくって冷や汗を流し目を泳がせていたが相性が悪くなかった何しろ殿下本人も認めるほど騙されやすいしげじの耳が遠くなって英語が聞き取れない喉の調子が悪くて英語は発音できないという嘘を信じて素で心配していた苦しい嘘をあっさり信じてしまった殿下にザーカーを刺激されたしげじは家でこそ英語をもう勉強始めたうまくおだてらればそのうち本人にハッカー国語習得しそうだShigeji, who normally bragged about being able to speak 8 languages, found himself being talked to in a torrent of English. Sweated bullets when he found himself being talked to in a torrent of English. However, the compatibility between him and Denka was not too bad. 何しろ、殿下本人も認めるほど騙されやすい。After all, 殿下 was so gullible that she acknowledged it of herself. When Shigeji lied and said, my ears are 耳が遠くて英語が聞き取れない。I'm so old that my ears can't. I'm so old, my ears can't hear English properly, and my throat hurts, so I can't pronounce English properly. She believed him, and properly worried about him. The guilt that racked him from seeing Denka believe his 苦しい嘘。苦しい嘘。ならららららら。なららららららら。なららららららららら。His lame, his forced. Go away. Forced lies prompted Shigeji to start cramming English at home. If exposed to the right おだてられておだてられればがらららおだてればcajole, if cajoled properly, if instigated properly, he was proper. I could believe he could eventually learn. He could actually learn 8 languages one day. If you think about it, this is actually pretty impressive. Honestly, like Shigeji is sort of like a Joe character, but sort of at the same time, oh, we might finish today. Oh, we are gonna finish today. But at the same time, it's sort of like he's really impressive, isn't he? He's really impressive. Like, because like he lies about shit and he goes back and he sort of manages to do it. Right? Sort of like he's like, I can speak 8 languages. And so now he's going and he's actually learning English. And like we know that he actually will learn English because sort of like everything he's lied about, he's gone back and actually succeeded. So honestly, this old man, I love this old man. This old man, he says one. Da, 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 da. Paul, hey, thanks for dropping by. 難しいな、苦しい嘘ですね。I might, though I'm not very happy with that, so I might review that again later, afterwards. そして、しげじいの仲良くするルー殿下に、じいちゃんを取られたと思ったらしいみきょちゃんはいつもの毒舌を殿下に浴びせたが、聞かない。殿下皮肉理解できない。Because she felt like her grandpa had been taken away. Mikio-chan bait Denka in insults in snide remarks. In snide remarks all day long, in a deluge of snide remarks. Mikio-chan was constantly snide with Denka. However, it was ineffective. No, hold on. What is that Pokemon? What is that Pokemon phrase? Pokemon. It did not work. It's giving me very different responses. No, that's not what I want. What is that phrase? Do you guys know Pokemon where like a Pokemon uses a move and it didn't work? Pokemon. I feel like this is not gonna give me what I want. Kikanai. Pokemon. Kikanai. Pokemon. バトルに役立つ。効果がないみたいだ。It's ineffective, right? I don't remember something like it wasn't very effective. Something like it wasn't. Something like that, right? Pokemon. It wasn't. Oh, here, hold on. Hey there. It's not very effective. It wasn't very effective. There we go. It wasn't very effective. Oh man, I wanted to use this, but we can't do this because this says it's not very effective means it worked. It was slightly effective, but here it's an absolute. It was ineffective completely. Damn it. I wanted to add the joke, but it's not working. Do something successful. Me. Use a splash. I remember. Ember failed. However, it failed. Is it? It failed. Nah, I'll probably keep it as it was ineffective because ga kikanai. Denka hinika dikai dikinai. Because sarcasm doesn't work on Denka. なんでや。みきおちゃんが頑張って辞書を引いて考えた難しい表現の英語で抜刀しようとしたのが完全に裏目に出て、拙い英語の皮肉浴びせられた殿下はバカにされていることに全く気づかずののほほんと文法と発音の間違いを訂正した。Oh no, oh dear. Mikio-chan did her best to pulled out her dictionary and did her best to come up with the worst insults she could, with the worst insult she could, but her tsutanai ego, but her shoddy, her inept English, her unskillful English, no, her shoddy English? Would shoddy be a right word here? But her shoddy English backfired on her. With Ryu Denka patiently helping to correct her grammar. And point out her grammar and pronunciation. Completely unaware that the lines were directed at herself. Imagine how this would be if you're trying to insult someone, but the person corrects your grammar instead. Oh no, this is so bad.ミキノちゃんは自分の英語をバカにされ恥をかかされたと思ったらしい。顔を真っ赤にして、Y 辞典を殿下に投げつけ逃げ出した。それからミキノちゃんは殿下を怖がって近づこうとしない。Apparently thought Denka was making fun of her English. バカにされ恥をかかせる。How to translate 恥をかかせる。恥をかかせる英語。Humiliating her, embarrassing her, and humiliating her, I guess. She threw her Japanese English at the other girl and ran off, her face red as a tomato. After that, Mikio-chan never dared to come near Denka again. It's so bad. It's so dysfunctional. This relationship is so dysfunctional. I love it. Denka はMikio-chanのことが好きなのだが、まあ、Denka は誰でも好きになっちゃうからな。Pity. Because Denka actually likes her. But then again, Denka likes everyone she meets. 嵐のようにやってきたもうよフル殿下は、結婚指輪を取り扱っている店について聞かれたトガちゃんがぶち切れて、トガは、翔太は私のです。殿下にはあげませんと叫んだため、失恋してしょんぼりと帰国した。引っかき回すだけ引っかき回し、帰っていきなさったそう。嵐が去り、元取りかと思われた翔太君とトガちゃんの中だったが、トガちゃんが翔太君と一緒にいるときに妙にもじもじ恥ずかしそうにするようになった。殿下は恋愛漁師でもばらまいていらっしゃる。持っていたよりあっさり肩がついてしまったが、これはこれで。殿下の急激、と体格が終わるとの、終わるのと同時に冬休みも終わり、しおりも未来人襲撃イベントの準備を終えた。超能力者たちの撮影記録がどんどん増える。そしてまた増やす。さあ、未来人イベントの始まりだ。よし。Okay, let's see. 結婚指輪を取り扱っている店について聞かれたトガちゃん。にぶち切れて。Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. When Dudenka asked Toka-chan, "Sup, Mayo? How you doing? How's all the mayo eating going? Have you eaten mayo today?" I'm gonna side with Mikio-chan. If someone corrected my pronunciation in a fight, I would be humiliated as well. Honestly, I agree. I think most people would. It's Denka who is in the wrong here, but honestly, it's everything about Denka is off. Everything about her is just like, oh no, oh no. Like for example, if I'm trying to think of like an example. Oh right, like the line that Crispy taught me, right? Anda frío espárragos. Like if I said it and actually meant it, although I can't imagine any situation where I would be speaking with a Spanish person and I would swear at them in Spanish. I would just say "fuck you." But if I said that and they were like, "No, the grammar is not correct," and then they corrected my grammar, I'll be like, you know what? Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. But you do have to give her props for doing this, right? You do have to give her props. She got out her dictionary, she looked it up, and then she like made the sentences. Basically, she did her homework. She made her sentences, but it was just bad grammar and shit. But I mean, that's cute. That's really cute. Malaysian ringgit. Malaysian ringgit 6 Malaysian ringgit. This is my first super chat. Nice to meet you. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're almost done. We're almost wrapping up today though. Actually, we're wrapping up pretty early today. I mean, because the chapter is over, but you know, it is what it is. It's hard to find a dictionary of insults. Yeah, no, she probably didn't find a dictionary of insults. She probably did like made the insult herself, probably in Japanese, and then she tried to translate it into English or something. Which is cute. Which is cute. When Rudenka asked Toga-chan to introduce her to a store selling wedding rings, Toga finally snapped and shouted, "Shota is mine! I won't give him to you." Consequently, Denka returned to her country, her heart broken. She basically stirred things up as much as humanly possible and then just went home. 嵐が去り、元通りかと思われた翔太君とトガちゃんの仲だった。With the typhoon gone, I had expected the relationship between Shota-kun and Toka-chan to return to normal, but instead, Toka-chan started getting listless whenever hanging out around Shota-kun. 殿下は恋愛漁師でもばらまいていらっしゃる。Perhaps, maybe, Denka there were still love particles in the air left behind by Denka. 持っていたよりあっさり肩がついてしまったが、これはこれで。The situation had cleared up, come to an end. Quicker than I had expected, but it was fine the way it was. 殿下の急assault が退却が終わるのと同時に冬休みも終わり、しおりも未来人襲撃イベントの準備を終えた。At the same time, Ryu Denka withdrew her assaults. Winter break ended, and Shiori finished her preparations for the future future person assault event is a terrible way to put it. For the what should we call it? Attack from the future event. Let's call it that. Let's call it that. 超能力者たちの撮影記録がどんどん増える。We were getting more and more footage of how should I put this? How should we put this? You know, I'm looking over and I see Lowe's super chat thing. This is sort of weird to admit, but it's sort of weird to say, but have you guys watched Jihachigo stream? Like just a little bit. Like, have you seen she has this line that she says whenever someone sends a super chat, and now that line is just stuck in my head for anything related to super chats. And whenever I see like anything related to super chat, like of all the streamers I've watched, and all of them saying like thank you for super chats, and like super chat, thank you. Like hers is definitely the most impressionable by far. it's so nice. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, but that is like the best sort of like, oh yeah, like that's a good way. Expected, accepted, expected. Yes, that's it, Lo. That is Lo. That is it, Lo. Okay, we're getting more our collection of footage of espers was growing. More specifically, we were growing it. It was growing. More like we were adding to it. Once adding to it. さあ、未来人イベントの始まりだ。It's time for the, what did I call it? Future assault or what? Can't remember. For the assailant from the future. From the future event. Alright, that's where we'll leave it, I suppose. 未来人イベントの始まりだ. That's and so this is a good place to put the title of the volume. Title call. Yep. And that's the chapter over. That is the chapter over. Let's see how bad the next one is. Oh, the next one is long. Oh, the next one is long. マッドサイエンティストは高笑いしないと死ぬ. Mad scientists have to cackle or they will die. Someone's mentioned this before in chat, not like in Discord, but like apparently I like to evil laugh, and that is true. That is true. I do like to evil laugh. I feel like Minecraft sort of brings that out in me a bit. A bit. Alright, that is it for today's stream, I suppose. This ended earlier than I expected. But I don't want to start a new chapter. Where possible, I want to sort of keep like streams sort of like this stream is this chapter and this stream is this chapter. So we're gonna call it for today. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I hope you have a great day. And see me again with another stream, some other stream, sometime, somewhere over there. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. But I'll see ya later. I'll see ya later. 3-stage laughter.